Criminals? The next afternoon, we reached the town of Gruiskau, Poland, about 30 kilometers from the Russian border. Though seemingly undamaged, the town was strangely deserted. Lugging our packs and rifles, we debarked the train. Feldwebels, sergeants, formed us into ranks and marched us, more than 300 of us, across open fields. Thistleburs caught in our pants, underbrush scraped our legs. The sky was turning dark, and a wind gusted as we approached a huge defunct factory of some sort. It was out in the middle of nowhere, and I could only guess what had been once made there. Perhaps lumber had been processed. The first shed we passed, a large open-air affair of corrugated tin and wood supports, housed a large bandsaw. Farther on were several other sheds. In all of them were piles of warped boards, except for one in which there was a kind of a dredging machine with a string of rusty scoops. Achtung! Stillgestanden! At the command of our Feldwebels, we stopped. Then we quickly snapped to attention in front of the enormous building. Seeming on the verge of collapse, it sagged in the middle and was tilted to one side. Its tin roof was half eaten away by rust. After a long wait, we were ordered forward into the building. Inside, the place was shadowy, freakish. Dead, monstrous machinery towered. Outside, the wind picked up. The roof rattled and banged. An electric generator whirred. Bare bulbs draped overhead gave everything a spooky quality, like some kind of badly lit nightmare. And there were nightmare people in there with us. Not far from where I put down my pack and bedroll was a crew of skeletons, emaciated, heads shaven, wearing striped pajama-like garments. They waited to serve us, standing behind steaming kettles set out on large wooden crates. Most had yellow stars of David sewn onto their ragged, dirty clothes, marking them as Jews. Achtung! The master sergeant called for attention. With your mess kits, line up, quickly, schnell! My God, is this what we are doing to our own countrymen? Is this the Germany we are fighting for? I waited my turn in line, each step taking me closer to the people. Never before had I seen human beings in such condition. Eyes downcast, an old man handed me a quarter loaf of black bread. A girl who could not have been more than 9 or 10 ladled soup into my outstretched mess tin. I thanked her. Danke, I said. Her response was an attempted grin so rigid it seemed it would crack her face open. I returned to my place and ate without appetite. Jacob spotted me and asked if he could join me. Yes, of course, I said, glad for the company. A moment later, a tall, gangly boy, who I would later learn was named Oscar, joined Jacob and me. The three of us ate in silence, as did most in that strange, cavernous building. Still, there was an undertone of voices. Behind us was another group of boys. In a nasal voice, one was declaring that the Jews across the way were an exception, that most Jews, as we had been told by the government, had simply been relocated to work camps and were well treated. I wanted to believe this. Perhaps we all did, but deep down I knew that those people were no exception. This bunch must be criminals, the nasal voice continued. Do you think that's true, that they're criminals? Asked Jacob. I don't know, I replied. I don't think I know much of anything anymore. I hope they are criminals, said Oscar. Large eyes and a narrow face blinked. Because if they are not, then we are.